Chapter 2138. That was to say, her most important task in this life was to do her best to serve her biological father, Xin, and the entire Su family. This belief, over time, became her unwavering belief in life. She had been brainwashed by her mother since she was a child, and she had been brainwashed for 21 years. Therefore, as long as it was beneficial to the Su family, even if it made her an enemy of the whole world, she would not hesitate. If someone dared to be disadvantageous to the Su family, it would even touch her absolute bottom line. This was the fundamental reason why she destroyed the entire Matsumoto family. She and Alex not only had personal grievances, but also family grudges. It was precisely because Alex had pitted her and more than 50 other Su family masters that the Su family's vitality was severely injured and suffered heavy losses. Therefore, she now not only wanted to avenge herself, but also the Su family. At this time, the distance between the two ships was less than 200 meters. Even without relying on the telescope, Ruoli could clearly see Alex's facial features and the strange smile on his face. This smile made her feel a sense of déjà vu when she and other Su masters were taken away by the Chinese self-defense force in a bus at Osaka airport. Alex, who had been standing in the cockpit of a private jet, had looked at her with such a smile on his face. At this moment, Ruoli realized that Alex had indeed been looking at her all the time. It had been so from the beginning, and it was still the same now. She couldn't help but feel surprised. Could this guy perceive that she was observing him? On this vast sea, in the middle of the night, thousands of meters away, had he discovered her? In fact, she didn't know that Alex had not only noticed that she was observing him, but had even noticed her identity. Just as Ruoli was shocked, the distance between the two ships grew closer and closer. 100 meters, 50 meters, 30 meters. Ruoli's eyes were red as she shouted at the captain. "Continue to accelerate." "Hit it," the captain shouted. "Miss Su, the engine thrust has already been driven to its maximum." Ruoli shouted. "There's still the last 20 meters. Everyone get ready to charge." As soon as Ruoli's voice fell, Alex said loudly with a smile on his face, "Hey, the boat was also bought with money. Why crash it? If it crashes, won't you have to spend money to repair it?" Ruoli was instantly dumbfounded and blurted out, "How can he hear me?" At this moment, Ruoli was in the cockpit. Across the windows and doors, coupled with the sound of wind and waves outside, even standing at the door, it would be impossible to hear what the people inside were saying. What's more, the distance was still 20 meters. The captain was also a little panicked and subconsciously said, "Miss Su, the wind and waves outside are so strong and the distance is so far. Why can we hear his voice so clearly?" Ruoli was even more shocked when she heard this. She secretly said in her heart, "Yes, he just spoke as if he were right beside my ears. How did he do this?" At this moment, seeing that she didn't respond, the captain couldn't help but blurt out, "Miss Su, what should we do now?" Ruoli didn't know what to do at once. The distance between the two ships was only about 10 meters. Alex continued to smile and said, "I advise you to think it through carefully. If the two ships collide and everyone is left drifting on the vast sea, shouldn't you call the China Maritime Self-Defense Force for help?" With that, Alex added, "But I'm not afraid. What about you? There's a serious criminal on your ship who is at large. If she is caught by the Chinese Self-Defense Force, I'm afraid she will be shot directly